Hola, hola, mi gentes. Yes, we're in the kitchen, and I just wanted to make a video about unpopular opinions. Yes. um, but I'm just in the kitchen right now. I'm waiting for my someone to defrost and all of that. And why not talk ish on top of talking ish, right? I am making some coffee right now con chingere because I want a little cup of coffee, okay? I had a beautiful day. I hope y'all been good and taking care of yourself every motherfucking day. Or I'm gonna get the thing on you. Ooh. But, yeah. I am drinking my culi culi. Culi 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 culi. Salud, mi gentes. I'm sorry I'm everywhere. Oh my goodness. Cámate, way. Okay, like, let me... But I hope y'all had a beautiful day, and I hope y'all have been taking care of yourself. Truly. The weather has been so beautiful and such a blessing. I'm telling y'all, we need the rain. We need the rain so we can get things to shine and be green, right? And we've been getting blessed with nice weather. I was out and about. I got this sun pendant. I love the sun, truly. It could just destroy us in any second, y'all. But I love the sun, okay, y'all? I'm gonna put honey in my coffee. I usually put cinnamon sticks in there, but I'm not going to because my water already has some in there. Y chingadas, we like to call it. But I'm honestly just putting like a capful. Again, I really just enjoy the flavor. It's really good. Maybe a capful and a half, whatever. And it just gives a really nice, bold, rich flavor, in my opinion, especially with the water. Again, I always express this: flavor your water. It really amps up, and it also, when you flavor it with natural things, you get all the benefits of what it's soaking up. You know, what the water is soaking up, you could do so much and flavor your water in so many different ways. A lot of people do not like drinking water. That's why they go towards sodas and sugary drinks, Red Bulls, whatever, you know. And those are so terrible for you. They are. And people who drink it, they know, but it's an addiction. But people get bored of drinking water. I get bored of drinking water. I think water is boring, okay? Unpopular opinion starting right now. Water is boring. We know, okay? But it's making an agua fresca. That's what y'all need to do. You know you can flavor your water with fruit, with vegetables, you know, like cucumbers. Wait, is cucumber a fruit? Whatever. You can literally like flavor your water with a whole bunch of nutrients, good nutrients from earth, you know. And you can make it sweet and tasty. You can put like leaves, you know, mint leaves, so many types of different leaves that you can put in your water and flavor it, whether you want like a té or just water, you know. And that's what we need to learn. Stop trying to, you know, always drink these sugary, terrible things. And water can be amped up. Flavor your water, okay? It's a game changer, truly. And you're getting all types of vitamins and whatever. So, yeah. And she's boiling too. Look at my new teapot. Yes. I just have me té de canela. Yeah, it's té de canela. I usually do té de canela or té de manzanilla. which manzanilla is, I always forget how to say the word in English. Chamomile. I think it's chamomile. Like how to say it, I always think it's chamile. I don't know, but I think it's chamomile. It's just manzanilla is honestly easier to say, but yeah. And then I mix it up, and I just have a whole bunch of stuff in my water. I know I put guayabas, I put piña, fresh piña, I put canela sticks, I put té de canela in there, I also put dried cranberries in there, and I also put tamarindo in there too. I just rip off a piece of tamarind and then I just put it in there. Mwah. And there's so many, and there's different variations you could do. I know mi abuelito, like he would take like a limon leaf, I think, off of our plant, and then he would put it in there. So one of the leaves, I don't know if it was a limon leaf, whatever, but so much. Also like lemongrass too. We had some lemongrass and it's all gone because we use it for our water. But that gives a really nice flavor to add to, especially if you like dark coffee. You can still add milk to it and all that stuff, but it really does, like, it gives it a bold, rich taste. If you're into like that type of like bittery boldness, you could still add sweeteners of your choice, you know. But yeah, I know I'm talking everywhere. I really am, pero está bien. Also want to mention, I am making some pasta for my dinner, but like I said earlier, I am waiting for my salmon to defrost, and I'm honestly just using a frozen fillet. Yeah, in a package, and it's okay because I do prefer fresh salmon, but sometimes these were on sale. Actually, it was buy one get one free, so I snatched it up. I ain't even gonna lie, come on now. And it's, you know, I could keep it in the freezer. It's good to be able to keep meat in the freezer for whenever you want it, you know. You just gotta let it defrost, but you know. But when I was younger, my mom, she would always stress, like, when getting like frozen fish and stuff, you want to get wild caught. You don't want to get farm fed. Always strive to get wild caught, because wild caught means they're wildly caught. You know, they're in the ocean. They're not getting fed certain preservatives, GMOs, drugs. You know, they're not getting fed certain things that could affect the meat. So wild caught, strive to get that, you know. But it's okay if you ate farm fed. It's okay. I'm pretty sure it's cheaper too, but definitely like fresh and wild caught. Make sure, even when looking at the fresh ones too, wild caught is always ideal. And some fresh pasta noodles, and I checked the ingredients on these, and these are really good, and these were the cheaper ones. This just has durum natura. No, stop. Durum, wheat flour, water, eggs, and that's it. Just like what pasta typically has, like your flour, your water, your eggs, and all of that. So, and the more expensive one had a whole bunch of it had some random stuff in there, and I was like, oh, that's weird. That's Firenze. What are you doing? And yeah, so I'm just using these, and I will say, a lot of people on the internet, unpopular opinion too, I guess. A lot of people on the internet, I feel like they make it feel like pasta is really easy to make. But honestly, it's not. It depends. It really is. It has simple ingredients. Like I've made pasta one time with sourdough, actually sourdough pasta, because one of my homegirls, she gave me a sourdough starter germ thing, living organism in a jar and stuff, and it did die. I'm sorry, y'all. I know. But it went bad, okay? I had a lot going on. I forgot. Okay, I'm sorry. But I did end up making I did use it to make pasta, fresh pasta. And maybe it was because of the sourdough. And I don't have all the machinery. It's not like, or hand tools to like kind of fold and roll out the pasta. I was doing it all by hand. So I think that is a big thing to making pasta as well, because you want things to be even and stuff like that. So pasta, it is easy to make when you have like hand tools and all that stuff to help you. And yeah, but other than that, it was pretty easy to make. But I only made it one time because it did take a long time and doing it by hand, you know what I mean? But it did taste good. It tasted pretty good. Especially for it being sourdough. I was kind of nervous, but it was decent. I'm not gonna lie, it was. But yeah, pasta isn't as easy as it seems, especially when you get to the complex type of pasta. Pasta is an art. It truly is. Like when people do like the little minis and stuff, and they stuff it with meat, and yeah, that takes time, and that is artistry, I feel like. But yeah, enough of that. And I'm using canned sauce, I know. The Gia Rusa Ayavarka. It's pretty good. I definitely do need to season it though. Like how it is just doesn't cut it. You gotta add a little bit more seasoning. But ingredients was better than the other ones. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, enough of me blabbing. We're gonna blab some more about what I have written in my Unpop opinions. Okay, salud mi gentes. So good, yes. These influencers are just good at marketing, but actually don't have any real knowledge or expertise to provide for the community or earth. And y'all, it's a lot of these nonsense influencers. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all know what side of the internet I'm talking about. Of course, there's good people on earth, y'all. There's people who are trying to change communities, have a voice, use social media to voice something positive, something for change, positive change. There are stuff out there like that, you know, and we need to acknowledge and praise that, of course. But it gets really pushed to the side due to nonsense algorithms, which are caused by influencers, wannabe influencers, you know. But there's no real influence. It's a negative influence, I should say. Negative influencers. They are the product, and they're trying to make you a copy and paste, you know. They're trying to make you the product as well, you know. Again, they don't give out any knowledge to us truly. Instead, they are marketing schemes. They are marketing scammers. They are just trying to take from us, take our hard-earned money, and they will collab with these high-end brands. And again, as a collective, they all just want one thing, and that is money. Living this lavish, hard on the lavish life, you know, and trying to sell a dream, you know, that, oh, you can live like this. This is the life that everybody wants to live and needs to live. This is the new age thing. And we got to recognize, I'm getting tired of it, you know. Why can't we praise and want to be our authentic selves? Why do we allow people who think their name matters to this earth, you know, when they don't even provide? anything, truly. You know, when there's people out here in the communities really trying to build something up or provide and grow, while these influencers are here again just to take from you. And these influencers and high-end corporations or whatever, they literally like tell us in our face that all they want is money. You know, they just want to like sell you this crazy new thing and you give in. You know what I mean? And that's just with business and marketing. It's about money. You know, it used to be about a service and to provide a genuine service and something that needs to be on earth. You know, that's where business came to be, an exchange, you know, some type of service and all of that, getting exchanged of goods, right? Pretty sure I talked about this a little bit in one of my other videos. I forget, but that is what real business and marketing is about. In entrepreneurship, it's supposed to provide something for earth, a genuine service, a genuine exchange. But of course, you know, industrialism and all that stuff, they found out that like, oh, we got power, we got money, we can do ish because we gave it that value, you know. And that's for a lot of things on this earth, is us humans, we all give value to certain things, and it's due to our morals and what we stand by and who we are and who we want to be and grow into. And that mindset gets corrupted with negative algorithms, negative influencers telling you, you have to be like this, you should be like this, you need to be like this, this is what's hot, this is what's new, you know, this is gonna make you it, you know. And it's just like, I don't want to be it, you know. I want to be me. Like, I want to be Kiara. Like, I want to be whoever you are. You know, I don't want to be whoever you are, but you want to be whoever you are. You know what I mean? Like, that's how it's supposed to be. You know, no matter what, taking care of yourself. But these influencers aren't telling you that. They're not telling you to take care of your damn self. A lot of these influencers, like I said, instead they're in drama after drama after drama after drama, all kinds of drama. You know, don't matter what it is, it's crazy. The whole entertainment industry is just ass. Like, I don't like, it's just so terrible. And what's happening behind the scenes, you know. And they're good at covering it up with blinding and manipulating the youth and even the adults, you know. And that brings me to my other unpopular opinions. These like social media influencery events are getting ridiculous, y'all. Like the Coachella thing. Have been watching like commentary videos of Coachella, and I've never really like knew about Coachella. Like I would just always hear about it, you know what I mean? But this year I've actually like watched commentary videos and people, you know, sharing the different sides of Coachella, you know, like the poor side, the rich side, the crazy sides, whatever. And how like kind of chaotic this event is and how ridiculous it is, you know. And yeah, these events are truly overrated. It's not even just the Coachella, and it's just like Hollywood events. I feel like these Hollywood events just give a dark energy, I feel like, no matter what it is. And again, like the fashion industry, and I'm a girl of fashion, always have, always will. I love it, but I never like paid attention to fashion designers like who are in Hollywood, who have these luxury type brands, do the fashion shows, like your Chanel, Versace, Gucci, Balenciaga. You know, I have never really like paid attention to like the designers and stuff like that. But a lot of it is just ingenuine nowadays, especially maybe from the startup, like the business was genuine. They got to start somewhere, but like what it's become, you know, what these businesses become when they actually start having consumers, you know, things just get crazy and the intentions get dark. Like a lot of these fashion shows are just, they're unwearable. It's not real fashion. It's not even artistry. I don't even count it as art. Whatever these fashion globs, these gutter butts are doing nowadays. Disgusting, honestly, and it's a shame to fashion. In my opinion, claro que sí, right? And they have the audacity to think that's cute. Like, whatever, we're not getting into that topic though. It's the overall intentions behind these huge events and what's going on in the background. It looks pretty upfront. Face value looks great, you know, looks innocent, feels, it's just fun, you know. But behind the scenes, what are they doing truly? And that's what I want us humans to truly think about when it's giving your energy, your hard-earned time, that exchange. You know, what are you receiving in the end? Some people receive a great experience and all that. We love that, okay? We love positivity and good experiences. But just thinking of what are we actually supporting when it comes to these Hollywood type events, these entertainment events that are just filled with demons. It feels like these people are not real, they're not genuine. I can't trust somebody that like can't show genuine facial expressions, you know. Whatever. That's a whole topic on its own. But and it's these celebrities and people we are idolizing, putting on a pedestal. Brings me back to the Coachella. I was seeing videos of people literally going cuckoo caca on Justin Bieber, a married man with a kid. Do he got a kid? I don't know, but a married man. You know what I mean? And I find that bizarre. Married or not, any celebrity, any whatever. Have y'all seen the videos? Just do your own research on Coachella and how people was acting, and people literally going in debt to go to Coachella. In debt. You don't even have the financial means to go, or literally begging brands to get you there, you know, at this event. But you can't strive to get a scholarship, actually put in work, you know what I mean? Or like do something for the community. You could put all that energy that you doing to try to get a brand to send you to Whoop-de-Hoo. You could put that into yourself, you know. As us humans, you could put some knowledge into yourself. And people, again, going in debt, people spending 15K, 20K, whatever type of Ks to see and freaking over a married man, a married celebrity, a motherfucker, a regular ass motherfucker, you know. But we are treating these people like they are saints, like they are gods. I find that ridiculous, you know. And fantasizing over like celebrities is just crazy, you know. And we really have to take it into perspective of this is why the dating pool is corrupted, because we tolerate, we normalize idolizing people we don't know, you know, people who have a status, people who look good, people who just stunt for the camera, for the Hollywood, we normalize fantasizing, fetishizing, putting them on a pedestal, giving our all to these people, and we put this in reality. This is why we have unfaithful people. This is why marriages do not last. This is why people cheat. This is why people are just filled with misery and unfulfilled within their own lives, because we normalize this entertainment, you know, of Hollywood that's just throwing at us these algorithms and stuff. And we see why we can't have faithful relationships and stuff. Remember the Chris Brown shit, y'all. Chris Brown was disrupting relationships, you know. Man's on the sideline watching Chris Brown pick him up, you know, pick their girl up, wifey up. Bizarre to me. You know what I mean? Like, that is crazy. And it's just a back and forth thing of, oh, it's whatever, it's Chris Brown, blah blah, with the, like, what? I don't care who it is. That is crazy, celebrity or not. But we normalize it because it is a celebrity. It's okay to get touched on, kissed on, folded on by a celebrity. That's why I don't enjoy celebrity crushes or fantasizing over celebrities and praising them and sexualizing them. Especially a lot of these child stars growing and maturing. What happens? Instant sexualness. You know what I mean? And we're coming to a point where we actually don't have any like child stars anymore. You know, and that's a whole different video on that. I know there's videos online talking about that, how like how kids these days are growing up and looking older, you know? And somebody was comparing it to, like, we don't have any childhood stars, no child role models, you know? Instead, the children nowadays, they're watching 30-year-olds, 18, 19, 20, whatever year olds, and they're maturing, wanting to look a certain way when they are 10 years old. It's a mess. This internet age, entertainment age, is truly a whole ass mess. You know what I mean? There's so many different avenues of mess within the entertainment world, but the broad term entertainment, it's all corrupted. Each avenue has corruption. Writers aren't getting paid for their doings on television shows. You know, actors getting paid cents, whatever. People aren't getting acknowledged. Votes are corrupted. It's just a mess. And then we don't have any real child role models anymore. No real positivity. Shows are just getting weird now. Even for adults too, they're getting overly weird, you know? And it's just slowly showing, I feel like. Like, back then, it still was weird, you know, a little bit. But it wasn't as, like, it was different. It was different back then. On top of that, how everything is just getting sexualized too. I know I heard about, like, I don't know, the NBA, something in Atlanta. I don't know, something with the NBA, Atlanta, whatever. How they were gonna sponsor or like collab with Magic City, which is a strip club. They were like gonna do something with that. The NBA, I don't know if it ever went through. I don't know too much about. I remember hearing about that, and people were kind of not with it. Why, like, we are just normalizing that atmosphere, especially since kids, the youth, are basketball fans, you know, and all of that stuff, and how they you know, a lot of families go to these types of events, and the fact that they are praising, collaborating, sponsoring, you know, a strip club or whatever, something like that. I don't know if they actually went through with it. Don't fully quote me on that, but I know it was something with that. But how everything is just getting normalized, you know? And I understand we cannot hide our like sexual nature, you know? We need to control, you know, our sensuality, our beauty, our sexualness, our desires. It's a good thing. It's a beautiful thing. Love is a beautiful thing. Real love, not lust. Love is a beautiful thing, but it gets corrupted when we are young. We have a certain outlook on sex. There's not a real, genuine sex education. You know, talking and expressing that it's actually a beautiful thing. And it's always been corrupted, even in before Christ, you know, type of thing. Like, sex has always been an issue in earth with humans, no matter what generation it was. You know, it's not just this generation, it's past generations that sex is just misguided, you know, through education due to religious beliefs. Mostly religious beliefs and education. You know, how like, oh, it's bad, it should be shunned, it's blah blah wooty woo, you know? But love is a beautiful thing, and we're not getting taught you need to be careful with lust. You need to be careful with love, you know, and what the difference is. Because one's bad and one's good. Choose your poison. And a lot of people are choosing the poison out here. Okay, y'all, they've been. And that's the thing. Like, there's nothing wrong. Like, again, I love me some pole dancing. You know what I mean? Belly dancing. I love beauty and sensuality. I have nothing against with women, men showing off their beauty in a beautiful, positive way, not to disrupt or for intentions, negative intentions, you know, behind it. It just gets put in our faces with no explanations, authentic, real explanations of what these activities are, you know? And it goes so deep, y'all. It really does. And we're just normalizing it in a bad way. It's, you know, sex life, whatever life, it's all getting put out in a bad way, in an immature way, I will say. Because there's nothing wrong with our natural selves, our nature, you know, our primal nature. There's nothing wrong with that. It's called control. Us humans have that ability to control certain things, you know, but you have to be in touch with yourself and in tune with yourself. But again, we are strayed and ripped away from our authenticity due to environments, algorithms, not because of earth, but what's in earth. But I think I'm gonna stop here, honestly, because I gotta get to cooking my food. My water's been boiling. It's boiling now a little bit, so this video is long enough too of just me talking shit. Whatever. But I hope you did enjoy this little video of me rambling on, and I hope you keep taking care of yourself and always striving to grow and not rushing your growth either. That's important. Praise yourself. There's nothing wrong with praising and loving yourself. There is nothing wrong with that. What are the intentions, and who the fuck are you? You know? But yeah,